Hello, this is AK and you are watching AK Graphics. I've just started with my channel and I will be sharing my work. Hope you find all the videos helpful. Please provide me a feedback or any special requests that you have for new videos. I will be uploading Adobe applications, video tutorials, tips and tricks. Please subscribe, hit the like button and the bell icon, and I'll be able to bring you more videos. Today I will start with Adobe Dimension. With Dimension you can easily create 3D realistic product images using 3D models and 2D graphics, apply materials, light effects, and create awesome 3D mockups. So let's start with today's video. With this video I will create a 3D mockup product image. It will give us an idea how to create the image in Dimension, how it works. So we create a new project and this is the interface that we have for Dimensions, and on the left panel we have this 3D models which we can use. So there are different products and different shapes that we can use. This is the materials that we can put on the models, and these are the lighting effects, and these are the background. Now let's check the tools on the left hand side. This is the rotation tool. It will help us to rotate the platform or the floor and move it up and down or left or right, and select any view or position that we require. Now this is the select tool, and this will help us to select the objects, move it and resize it or rotate it. Now let's select an object and drag it. So this is a paper bag with the pink paper in it, and these are the axes X, Y and Z, and these are the handles. So with this round handle we can rotate the object, and now this tool help us to place the object on the floor. So you just need to click on that and the object will be placed on the floor. So this are the handles, as I said, and the square handle, it helps us to change the size, and the round handle, it helps us to rotate it. Now I'll be changing the size of the bag. I'll have made the bottom part a bit wider, and I'll slightly move it or arrange it accordingly. So I'm just trying to position the object to look good. All right, so just send it back, rotate this, and the top and the two sides view. So this looks good, so just keep this. Now I'll be removing the pink paper, don't need that. So this is the gift bag, and switch it off, switch it on. The paper, switch it off, and the bag, keep it on. These are the options that we have for the bag, and the materials option, change the materials. Now so I'll be selecting another object. So this is the squeeze tube, and I'll position this, move it, change the size. So it has two components in it, the cap and the body, and we can make changes, apply colors and materials to the cap and the body separately. So I'm just checking if there is no gap in these two objects. Now this is the third object, that's a bottle with a lid. It's a pump lid, and it also has two components, the lid and the body. Just change the size, move it as you wish. So I'm just trying to arrange. Now, as I said, I'll be creating a second video for using the same example, the objects or the image that I'll be creating in this video. I'll use the same example and I'll let you know about the options on the right hand side that we have. So we'll look those in detail. And I'm trying to place the objects very close here, and I'll be putting a oil splash around these objects. After placing the objects, just rotate it and check if everything is good in all views. Right, I think this bottle, this squeeze bottle, I will just have it laying down on the floor. That's what I'm going to do. But let's check how does it look now, and then we can change it. Please watch this complete video and the second video that I'll be uploading soon. So whatever I'll be missing, I'll be explaining all those things in the second video. Please ask any questions in the comments and I'll be able to include the answers into the next or the second part, or I can reply into the comments. So this tool, it will help us to zoom in and zoom out. And I think this is the right view and need to take this a bit back up. And this is perfect, I think. So I will add the splash around these objects. So we can stretch the object and use the same object multiple times. Place it accordingly. So you can watch this and it's going to take some time. So I'll be placing the splash surrounding the objects. So I think now this is looking good, and we can work more on this according to motion graphics and stuff. So, but this is good for now. I'll leave this as it is now, and now I'll be adding labels and graphics. Let's There's a logo and labels for the bottle and the squeeze tube. So we need to select one object that we need to place the graphic on. So I'll select the bag, and on the right hand side the second last option, and I have made this logo. I'm selecting that, and it will upload on the object, and we can resize it and place it on the object. Similarly, I have created another graphic. So if you select the bottle and the body of the bottle and this, so I made some labels. This is the label, and so it is loaded now. So we just need to stretch it to cover the body of the bottle and make sure all the elements are visible on the graphic. So just wrap around the label around the object and putting the same label on the tube. So now I'll select the lid and apply the material and the color. So I'll select matte and black color and make some changes here. The same way I will make the changes for the cap of the squeeze tube. Same material and color. Let's select the bag and apply the material and the color to it. I'll apply polyester. And I will change the color to white. Okay, so it's looking like a paper bag or maybe plastic bag as well. We'll just stick to that. Some And I'm applying the colors to the body of the bottle in the tube. I'm just trying to change the color and check how does it look. Let's select blue. Okay, I'll stick with the white. Let's change it to white again. So we need to check if the if the label is wrapped around the bottle. Zoom it and adjust it accordingly. So I'll select the splash. I'll select all the splash items and I'm applying the olive oil material to it. Let's select the background. So just click on this background and click edit, and it will bring us into Photoshop where we can edit the background. Now I'll be changing the color of the background. So let's select yellow and I'll put some lighter yellow for the floor. You can use a gradient, but mostly I prefer just using a brush. Okay, so once you save it, it changes in dimension as well. So you are into dimension and the color change have been applied to the background. So I'll adjust this splash, and then we can render it finally. So this is render. We can do. So I'm doing it on a high uh, scale, and it will be slow. So the render file will be saved in PSD or PNG. So we have both the options here on the right hand side. So I've selected PSD. So we can make changes to that PSD later in Photoshop to give final touch. So I will show you once this is rendered. I'll be adding some graphics, more graphics to it. So this is a body and bath product. It's a body wash, oil and lemon and oil. So we have the oil splash, so I need to add a graphic of lemon, so which I'll be doing it in Photoshop. This might take time as I'm doing it on a high quality. It depends on to your graphic card how long that can take. It may be faster if you have a good graphics card, or you can just simply use the option for low quality or medium quality if you don't have a graphic card. So now it's almost halfway through and you can see the effects that it's applying and the image is getting better. So that's how wonderful Dimension is. It's easy to make like realistic product images for e-commerce websites and any websites or packaging. Okay, so now we are in Photoshop and I have the PSD file open in Photoshop, and this is the line graphic. So, and this is the rendered PSD. So I'll bring the graphic in this, and all right, so just resize it, flip it. So I'll just add some shadows and highlights to this graphic to merge this into the image. That will make this graphic as a part of the image with the shadows and highlights. So we'll also add a reflection of the whole image. So I'm just using the brush and applying the shadows on a different layer. So I'm just shading it with the dark colors to increase the depth so that it will look a bit 3D. Okay, so this looks much more better. Now I will merge these layers into one folder and make a duplicate folder and merge the new folder again. So I'm just creating the reflection. So just flip the image, change the mode and the opacity. Okay, move it a bit up. So that's almost done. Now you can add any typography, anything that is required. I hope you find this helpful and thank you for watching the video. Please like, subscribe and hit the bell icon, and I'll be uploading the second part for the video shortly. Have a great day ahead.